Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we'd love to improve your home.
And Christmas is upon us.
Yeah.
Isn't it? And you know what? I love the fact that stockings can be such a great way to have these little tiny cute notions, these gifts, these things that you would normally not think of that don't seem big and grand enough, but where do they go?
They're the gift bag items, aren't
They're the
they?
gift bag
you
items,
know, the
that's right.
certificates, although they can really be sometimes the most expensive, the most generous gifts that you hide. In fact, my dad would do this for me. Besides the stocking, and I told you about the pantyhose stocking, he would always hide one more present. Did you ever have a treasure hunt?
A secret Santa thingy?
Well,
no, I know what you mean.
He'd
Yeah,
hold one
yeah,
back because
yeah.
you know, as a kid, you always want to think, is it over? Oh no! So he'd want to prolong the fun. So he would hide that last present, and the last present, he goes, "Oh, wait a minute." I think I forgot there's one more. And so we'd go down the hall and bring one more, but guess what? It was a box and a box and a box with a rock inside, and after you've gone in maybe 10 times smaller and smaller and smaller, there's a note that says, go to the dryer. So then this basically becomes an hour-long thing, and you go through 10 different rooms until you finally get, it's the bicycle.
Boy, that's a great idea.
Fun. You should do it for your kids.
Well, here's what I do for my kids. I do the thing where they say, "Dad, please a bike. Santa, give me a bike, whatever." The big ticket item.
Right.
That's definitely not in existence in the house when
Right.
they open all the other presents, and I see them kind of looking around at the end of the scenario, like, "Oh man."
Didn't get it.
And then I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute, what's that out there? Look around the corner," and then there it is. That's I love that.
You're a little prankster. But it is fun. It's fun because then now you're a kid just like they are,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
that's
it does keep those are great memories.
And do you
know?
leave did you ever leave the cookies out for
Oh, yes.
Santa to have, and then you have to take a quick bite if you forget the night before?
No, Santa had a bite.
Well, that's what I mean.
And milk.
Yeah, Santa had milk in the
All right, so
cookies.
let's talk about, speaking of having a bite, can I tell you that our dogs, we have 2 Old English sheepdogs, and we had some leftover turkey.
Yeah.
And today when I was walking around the house, because you always like to have turkey throughout the whole month, leading way up into Christmas.
Right.
And so as I was going through the house, I saw one of our dogs kind of hiding and putting her head down like she had done something wrong. Sure enough, she had grabbed an entire turkey drumstick out of the garbage and was nibbling on it by the couch. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, that's not safe. And she looked so guilty.
Yeah.
But
What's the deal with the bones? Let's kind of put a final. Cast a final idea on bones are no good, right? For the dogs, they're not supposed to eat
steak
the bones.
bones are good.
They
Chicken
are. If
bones
they're
are
big,
bad.
Yeah, because they get sharp and splinter.
Right. You don't want.
But if it's raw,
you don't want
they're
lamb
okay,
bones
I
or
think.
pork bones. I mean, they're too fragile. The hard steak or prime rib bone.
The big one
Boom.
that
Yeah.
they can't swallow. Okay.
Well, let's talk about what they can eat. I have some great ideas for, again, a stocking for the dog lover in your life, or for the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about making dog treats? Have you ever tried to make dog treats?
I have not.
Really
Well,
easy
I
to
tell you what I do. Yeah, I make them.
Yeah.
It's called dinner when no one else is eating the rest of it.
Well, this is easy. It's basically like you'd make a cookie. It's flour, but wheat germ, hello, for the fitness trainer in you, a little brewer's yeast and vegetable oil, but then you got to add that chicken or meat component, chicken stock, and then you use Christmas cookie cutters, and then with that, that meaty flavor, they want to have a little bit of the sweet, so you put some, instead of chocolate, you put vanilla white chocolate chips in there, and then some vegetable powder for coloring, and basically you're done. You're going to cook it at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. And you've got your little cookies for your pet, and you can put them in cellophane and put them in the stuff in the stocking.
That's a nice idea.
Yeah, so they're going to go.
Do you think they really know that they're delicious treats?
I think they do.
Really?
Sure. I mean, how does your dog react to peanut butter or bacon?
Well,
to me, I mean, that's
a
like
good point.
that is the holy grail for my dog. I
that's
mean,
right.
I give him peanut butter. I mean, it's fun, just the entertainment value of I love it. Anyways, you can tell I'm a dog nut. But speaking of being a dog nut, there's some more great dog gifts I want to share with you that I found online, and you saw it too, Eric. They're so cute. How about for those of you dog nuts like I am, and you feel guilty that you've left them alone all day? For the dog or the cat lover, you get them a camera. It's the Pet's Eye View camera.
oh, that is the
And
greatest
so you
gift.
basically put it around their neck, on their collar, and so all day long, I think it's motion censored. It's taking audio. video.
It's like they're
of what's
making their own
happened.
little film.
It is.
You know? It's
They're
so
making
cute.
it's making a little, miss you, love you, Mom, Dad. This is what I've been doing all day. Anyway, it's kind of a cute idea.
Here's what Hazel's movie would consist of. I'm laying on my bed now.
I'm still
I shouldn't
napping.
be here. It's the real bed that they lay in. Now I'm going to drink some water out of the toilet.
Oh, no.
Now I'm going outside. I'm going to chase this bird. That would be it.
Fun.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many cute things you can get. I mean, whether it's jewelry for you or bling for the dog. I mean, how about Christmas ornaments that basically depict the breed that you love? I mean, gosh, you can go nuts.
I wonder
over
if they
pet
have
things.
Labradoodle ornaments.
They do. Of
They
course
do?
they do. They have, you can even have it customized. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, consider something fun for the pet lover. In fact, I even think decorating your whole Christmas tree to honor
Like in a
your,
pet theme.
Yeah.
That'd be cute.
Yeah, with dog bones and little
Yeah.
ornaments.
Little
that look,
leash garlands.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what about the stocking leash car? What about the stocking for the guy? The guy that's the car lover and
well,
the dad.
the car lover guy,
Yeah.
I think, would be a great way to go because, any dad that has a car that he loves and cherishes, why not honor him with either the gift of something that references the car that he owns or something
need
that
for
he
speed.
wishes. Yeah, the need for speed. So things like, first of all, I can't imagine who wouldn't want an unbelievable like Garmin nav system. You know what I mean? And that would fit perfectly right in the stocking.
Now
could all- go
you know
ahead.
that you can also get programs to have your Garmin talk in different accents.
Yeah, you know what's weird about my system? I have this love-hate relationship with the woman in my car
you
that
have
tells
that?
me where I'm supposed to
Yeah,
go.
she's bossing.
And then I'll miss a turn and she'll get kind of pointedly a little angry with me and then I start yelling back. It starts really calm and then I get into it.
It sounds like you need some therapy, in that voice.
Well, her and I have worked through this, so that's good. So sometimes then I'll change it to the French guy.
But you like the Garmin? Oh, you change it.
I do.
My husband has the Australian. But that's kind of a fun. Like give the guy who's the car lover, if they already have a Garmin, a new upgrade.
The accent of like a BMW would be a German
or like
guy.
it's like Bart Simpson or
that-
Spock. Wouldn't that be cute?
That would be cute, yeah. Yeah, or things like, for example, tire pressure gauges,
Oh, yes.
right? Or driving gloves, which are fantastic. Have you ever driven with gloves?
I haven't. It sounds very sexy.
It just the wheels,
The leather,
you grip
yeah.
it works, and then when you're downshifting and you're going around somebody really fast in the Target parking lot,
Oh wow.
yeah, really.
What about a T-shirt? What about a T-shirt that almost depicts like Steve McQueen?
That's
you
right.
know?
Yes. Well,
something like-
yeah, like I have actually.
I
one
know.
of those.
X-nay on the
what's
end
the
freight.
number again?
93.
It was the number that was in some movie he was in.
I know there's like
Yeah.
3 numbers. I remember you have.
We'll
it's
put
like
it on the website.
Okay.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be kind of a fun?
That's a
thing
great
for the
idea
car?
too, as well. Yeah. Also, how about? Have you ever done this? Have you ever taken a driving course
Oh,
at one of those racetracks?
I know you've done this.
Yes, I did it. And here's the thing that I think is amazing about doing it. Number one, it's a great gift because any man or woman that wants to drive well, I think could benefit greatly from
Well,
this.
it's a fantasy, right?
Yeah, not only is it a fantasy, but it teaches you the limits of the car. And then when you know the limits of the car, you don't have a tendency to push it out on the real highway. Because I think a lot of the reason you do that when you have a car that goes fast and turns well is you just want that feeling. But if you have that feeling on a track where you're really doing it to the point where the thing could almost roll on you, but you know the limit, you're not going to abuse the privilege of doing it on the highway.
So it's like you've been there, you've done it, now
Exactly.
you respect it. You know,
I'm going to take my 13-year-old son there when he's about 14 or 15 years old and do it because I think it'll demystify that idea of driving too fast.
hey, look, no hands.
But, the
Yeah.
first thing you do is you do a ride along with the driver, the professional driver. And I don't know if you get car sick, but I realized after that experience I do very much so. Because I really am riding as a passenger. I don't like the feeling. And I was almost to the point where I couldn't do it again. I couldn't get back
Ooh.
on the track because I was so car sick.
I haven't been car sick, but I did get to go up with the Golden Knights, those guys that parachute, down.
Really?
And I didn't jump out of the plane, but we were doing a video of them, and there's no door on the plane. So you're up there at however many thousands of feet, and the oxygen, the air is very thin.
Wow.
And so all of a sudden, one of these guys is saying, you're looking a little bluish black, and they put some
Yes.
oxygen on me, and I didn't pass
did that
out.
help?
Did help, and that was it. So I didn't
And
get sick.
I also did the one where it's the zero gravity
Oh,
thing, and I was
whoa.
in the plane that does these parabolic curves through the sky. So here's the concept: you're laying on the floor of the airplane, and then
Oh, my.
it's going straight up
No.
like a rocket.
Like, geez, you're pulling.
And then as it comes up and over and curves around the top and then back down again, for that instant that it's going over the top curve,
Uh-huh.
you're floating. and basically just free falling in the plane as the plane is also diving. That's how you
Well, that could be
simulate it.
something good for the car enthusiast because there's a similarity, right? You
Yes.
want that kind of adventure, that risk. So maybe a certificate to go to one
That's
of these.
a great gift.
They have these flight simulator places where you can
Yes.
go and pretend. Well, you've done something like that, haven't you?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
you
yeah, the
an
flight.
astronaut thing.
That's it.
Didn't you do
Yeah,
that?
that was it. And
That
then
was
I
it.
also went in the rotating,
yeah, okay.
rotating thing. So.
Well, the list goes on and
yeah,
on, and
you
we'll
could
put
do,
all this
you
on
could
the
do
website.
any of this stuff, and it would.
So be
any
creative.
Dad would love this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just think fantasy, adventure, excitement. It doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah.
Just creative.
Also, a day of paintballing with your kid.
Oh, that's fun.
That's a fun thing to do.
We have a lot of ideas. When we come back, we're going to share more of our holiday traditions. In fact, we're even going to share some things that, for those of you who have a sweet tooth, on how to not only have a potluck for the Christmas where you want to have everyone share the load at your house, but then maybe some fun little traditional recipes that Eric and I have from when we were first as a little kid. Home
bet.
Wizards, Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole. More coming your way here on KFWB News Talk 980.
All right.